I've just had to contain myself. I just like for 10 minutes to stop myself crying. Because that was such an amazing performance, and I'm not just saying that because you're standing right in front of me or sitting right in front of me, but it's how do you keep that up?
Because I'm an actor.
You obviously
this is my job.
I know, but it's there's a lot of actors that wouldn't be able to do that. Let's face it.
I don't know.
Really? Do you think? I mean, you've got. I've heard that you've got an autistic brother. Have you taken anything from that at all?
A little bit, but mainly the people that he's been around in his various educational facilities and daycare centres and stuff. So not specifically him. He's on a very different part of the spectrum to Raymond.
Yeah.
But I have drawn on people he's been around and I've experienced in my life with him.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously the film's 30 years old, isn't it? But do you think attitudes have changed much since then?
I think they have changed since then. Not as significantly as one would like, but we are dealing with attitudes towards autism in 1988. So we haven't had to worry about that too much because we are dealing with it's a period play, it's 1988, and that we are dealing with those attitudes and both sociological and psychological, medical, whatever, in 1988. So we've focused on that.
Yeah, what I like about it is that it's very true to the film. So people that have seen the film will kind of know what to expect.
Yep.
I've seen the film, I know what to expect. I still didn't expect to feel the emotions that I felt watching it. But I think for a brand new audience, it'll bring a lot to them as well, won't it?
Well, I hope it stands alone as a really good play on its own, aside of the film. And I'd like to think that obviously it's with such a successful film, it's very difficult to expect people not to have seen it, and I'd like to think that people have seen it. We meet their expectations, but also exceed them as well, because of it's a different medium. It's live, it's intimate, it's the core of the story is right in front of you. And I think our director Jonathan O'Boyle has done a really great job of doing a play with very succinct storytelling, and me doing a bit of rocking.
Yeah, it's engrossing though. I mean, it's wonderful.
You really liked it, didn't you?
I really did. Do you know what? I can't remember the last time that I saw something that I felt like the tears are rolling down my cheeks, and I'm just thinking,
this
is
a bit emotional now.
Yeah, my eyes. Actually, I'm glad we're not filming it because my eyes are really red. And I was just like, I was saying to a couple of the other actors just a minute ago that, I really hate having to be forced to stand up to give an ovation at the end, because a lot of people, it's like, especially in musicals as well. It's kind of
musicals you just do, don't you?
It's a different thing,
yeah.
But I refuse to do it. But this one, I'm like, this is it. I am definitely getting up and giving these guys a standing ovation.
We've had a few, and that's very kind of you.
Yeah. So anyway, we can't wait to see you in Southend.
I'll be
Come into the Palace. Have you been to the Palace Theatre before?
I think I did Catherine Tate's show live there.
Oh, it might have been the Cliffs Pavilion.
Oh, it was Cliffs Pavilion I did, yeah. So no, I haven't been to Palace, no.
Oh, okay. We're going to come and see you and hopefully have a bit of a longer chat with you and Ed.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I know you've got to get off, so I won't keep you any longer, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
This is your first stage.
First professional play,
Yeah, you've been getting brilliant audience reactions, I'm sure.
It's been bizarre because being the first time, it's been quite more than humbling. I don't know what it's been. It's been quite emphatic, the reaction, and we're only in our first week. Well, we did previews, and it's people have been really responding well.
What was it like for you, having like the first time in front of an audience? Then, having never done that before, were you feeling the nerves?
I mean, beforehand, definitely. I was definitely a bit shaky, but it's this weird thing, adrenaline, because it can carry you through, and as long as you don't allow your brain to stop thinking, stop breathing, basically, then you'll be fine. And actually, adrenaline can really push things forward, and you can play off it quite well. Well, try to.
Yeah, of course.
So I mean the nerves are there every night, every day. So that doesn't go away. But you get to have more fun with it, and the more if people respond well, then you get to play more, which is good.
Yeah, and had you and Matt worked together before?
No, never. No, we met a couple of times. We sort of met up and had lunch a couple of times, and we just got on very well very quickly.
It's quite important, really, isn't it, in a role like?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean it's funny because the characters are sort of at a disconnect whilst then sort of ultimately being quite connected, and I think that trying to work that out was quite interesting. But I think in order to do that, we had to work in a very intense way, and we did. You know, we were doing all hours, staying very late at night in rehearsals.
The other guys were telling me.
Yeah. I mean, we worked hard, and I like working hard. I think that's what we're here to do. Isn't it? So
and the thing is that if you're well prepared, then you know you've got it nailed. Really, you can build on it, can't you? If you've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, it seems like it.
I mean, I think, as I said earlier, you can enjoy it, and actually, whether people like it or not, I mean, obviously you want people to respond well, but if you've done the work and you've put the time in and you feel comfortable with it, whatever their response is, you can't control that, but you can control how well prepared you are. And if you're well prepared, then you will enjoy yourself, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Really though, there's a lot of attention on Matt, but really the story is about your journey, isn't it? Your character's journey.
Yeah, I mean, he goes on the sort of the biggest sort of character evolution, as it were, I suppose, and I think that's one of the main sort of drawing cards for me in the first place, was to come in and play someone who goes on this massive journey and has to discover himself. And you know, I've always seen him as a deeply unhappy person. I mean, that the beginning, you know, when he's constantly shouting at people, full of rage and kind of aggressive with everyone, very volatile. That all just comes from
his background.
Yeah, exactly. And actually just a deep-rooted unhappiness. Yeah. It's one of the things I've tried to get my head around is, I mean, you hear about people leaving home as a teenager, and that's not an easy thing to do for anybody. But if you come from, not that it's about money, but if you come from an affluent background, where you know that probably your old man, whether you don't get on with him or not, will pay for you to go to college and do all these things. It's quite a big leap at 16 when you come from that sort of world to go, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I thought I was curious by that, and yeah, he is great fun to play.
Yeah. Well, you've left me an emotional wreck. I was just saying to Matt, I've had to pull myself together for the last 10 minutes. It was such a good performance. But you're used to performing with some real stars like in Downton Abbey. You're obviously Dame Maggie Smith and Penelope Wilton. What did you learn from them while you were
I've been very lucky. I mean, the good thing about playing that role in Downton is that I was able to be in both upstairs and downstairs. A lot of the upstairs I was sort of stood there not doing a great deal, but I had to be sort of on high alert and listening. And yeah, I mean, just being, as you say, you know, naming those sorts of people in the same room as them, and you know, all you got to do is watch intently, and you'll learn. I mean, you know, it's. I didn't go to drama school, and I feel that Downton Abbey, whether it was necessary drama school, I don't know, but I learned a lot from being around those sorts of actors. Definitely.
Yeah. Why did you want to be an actor if you didn't go to drama school? Did you just?
I got a lucky break. I mean, I wanted to be an actor since I was way before, when I was just about 7, 8.
Yeah. Like
really, really young.
Yeah. Cool.
And my route ideally would have been to go down to drama school, but I got a lucky break at 17 and was taken out of school to do a film. And then, And then I sort of it just went from there. Yeah. I always wish I'd gone to drama school a little bit.
I don't know. I don't think you need to.
I don't know.
I think you've got it all. Anyway, you're coming to see us in Southend.
Yes.
So we're going to come and have a chat with you.
Perfect.
Have a chat with
nice
you.
To go back to my dad used to live in Essex for a long time.
Oh really?
So, yeah.
Oh crap. Excellent.
It's good to come back.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, we'll see you then.
Awesome.
Thanks
very much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.